This is how I created a full AI movie using CapCut Video Studio Director mode. This is Director mode in CapCut Video Studio, which can help you visualize your ideas step by step. A movie normally starts with cameras, actors, sets and a production team, but this one started with just a simple idea that slowly becomes something much bigger. And the strange part is not that AI generated videos. We have seen AI make professional clips before. The strange part was what happened during the process. After a while, I stopped thinking about prompts and started thinking like a director. Which scene should feel slower, which shot needs more tension, should the ending feel hopeful, or should it completely change everything? Because creating random AI clips is easy now, but turning separate scenes into something that actually feels like a movie scene is a completely different challenge. So instead of generating random videos, I decided to build an entire movie from scratch. And let me show you how. Enter the CapCut website, click Video Studio and select Director mode. So I actually started with one simple idea. A girl wakes up in a futuristic city where everyone's memories are stored inside glowing glass cards. But one card keeps showing a life she does not remember living. That was the whole prompt, just a seed. From there, I used the agent to expand it into a short professional story. It gave me the basic structure, the girl, the city, the memory card, the mystery and the final reveal. But I did not just accept the first version because the whole point of this workflow is control. I pushed the story darker, I asked for more suspense, I made the city feel colder, cleaner, more controlled. I changed the twist so the card was not showing her future, it was showing a memory that had been stolen from her. Suddenly the story had much stronger hook. She was not predicting what should happen next, she was uncovering who she used to be. After that, I started building the world around the story. I created the main character, quiet, guarded, tired eyes, a dark coat, someone who looks like she has learned not to trust anything too quickly. Then I created a memory card, thin, transparent, glowing softy blue, almost like a piece of frozen light. Then the city, rainy streets, tall glass buildings, silent crowds, digital screen reflecting in puddles, and a feeling that everything is beautiful but controlled. And this is where frames becomes really useful. Instead of having my characters, props, environments, and story ideas scattered everywhere, I organize them like a production board. One frame for the main character, one frame for the city, one frame for props, one frame for the storyboard, and one frame for alternate endings. That may sound simple, but in AI filmmaking, organization is everything. If the main character looks different every 2 shots, the audience stops believing. If the city changes style halfway through, the world breaks. If the prop at the center of the story keeps changing shape, the whole plot feels fake, right? Frames help keep the asset structure and reusable, so the movie felt more connected. Then I moved into the storyboard, and this was the part where it started to feel like actual directing. I opened with a close-up of the girl's eye in the dark with the glowing memory card reflected inside it. Then a wide shot of the city at night, rain falling slowly, people walking under giant screens. Then her hands reaches for the card. Then the card activates. Then we see a flash of a memory. The same girl, older, running through the same city from something we can't see. Right away the audience has a question. Is this the future, a warning, or something that already happened? Because I was building shot by shot, I could control the rhythm. Some shots were slow and atmospheric, some were emotional close-up, some were wide to show the scale of the city, some were glitchy and fragment because they were memory flashes. And that's what separates the real story from a random montage. A montage shows cool visuals, a story controls what the viewers feel from one moment to the next. And of course, not every shot worked perfectly the first time. One scene looked beautiful, but the girl's expression was too calm. In the story, this is the moment she realized her entire life may have been edited. She should not look calm, she should not look shaken, confused, almost afraid to believe what she's seeing. In a normal one-click workflow, I would probably have to regenerate the whole sequence, but in director mode, I could select that one shot and fix only that shot. I made the camera closer, I pushed the lighting darker, I let the blue glow from the memory card fall across her face, and suddenly the movement had tension. Another shot had the right mode but felt too static. So I used the agent to adjust the camera movement, making it feel like the camera was slowly moving toward her, almost like the truth itself was closing in. And that's where the tap to create workflow really clicked for me. I could select a card or a frame, press tab, and bring the agent into that exact context. I did not have to explain the entire movie again. The agent understood the selected shot, the scene around it, and the direction I was building toward. When I got got stuck, I asked it to continue the next beat. When a scene felt flat, I asked for more suspense. It's really quite easy. And because of this, I feel less like prompting from zero and more working with a creative assistant inside the project. Then I tested alternate endings. In one version, the girl destroys the memory system and releases everyone's stolen memory back into the city. And it really feels emotional and helpful. In the second version, she discovers she created the system herself and erased her own memory because she could not live with what she had done. Same opening, same characters, same world, completely different emotional ending. Being able to build those branches on the canvas make the process feel flexible, like I could explore the story without losing the original version. Once the storyboard was strong, I started turning the key moments into video shots. Some worked right away, some needs rerolls. One halfway scene looked too clean, almost like a luxury hotel, when it was supposed to be a secret memory archive. So I selected that shot and changed the direction. Darker corridor, flickering lights, walls filled with old glowing cars, and a sense that the place had been abandoned but was still watching her. And look at this, that single adjustment made the scenes belong to the movie. After that, I arranged everything into the final sequence, tightened the pacing, added music and subtitles, and watched the story come together. And what surprised me was not just it looked professional, it felt intentional. It did not feel like random AI clips stitched together. It felt like a short movie with a world, a character, a mystery, a visual style, and an ending. And that to me is the difference between AI video generation and AI directing. One-click generation gives you a result, director mode gives you a workflow. It lets you build a canvas, organize assets with frames, continue with context, film individual shots, test different endings, and keep refining until the story actually feels right. And you still need the idea, the taste, and the judgment to know when a scene works. But now instead of just imagining the movie, you can start directing it. And that's how I created a full AI movie using CapCut Video Studio. Now, if you want to try building your own AI movie, check out CapCut Video Studio from the link in the description and see where your idea goes. And I'm really curious, if you had AI help you create a movie, what would it be about? Drop your ideas in the comments. Also, subscribe if you want more videos where I push AI tools beyond basic prompts and see what they can actually do in real projects. Okay, one more thing I forgot to mention, that is Seedance 2.5 is coming to CapCut in early July, that is in the next month, and the upgrade over Seedance 2.0 already looks massive, and there are more new capabilities still to come, so they could be one of the biggest AI video update here, so stay tuned. And if you want to learn more about AI tool like this, definitely go and watch this video now, and before going, hit that subscribe button.